Hi, my name is Dave Howick. I am a partner in FHM Accountants and also FHM Business Coaching. I very much believe that inclusion is crucial, obviously in society, but also in business. Everybody should be valued, should be heard, should be respected, should be empowered, and should feel a true sense of belonging. Whether someone is part of a minority group, or has a disability, or comes from a different cultural background, it's essential for them to be included and supported in the day-to-day workplace, both for their own personal success, but also very much for the success of the business. There have been many studies that demonstrate that companies that embrace diversity and inclusion gain a significant competitive advantage. When a team has a greater variety of backgrounds and talents and experiences, it enables that business to have a higher degree of flexibility, as well as improved decision making. Different viewpoints or perspectives very much help to solve problems faster and also contribute to a higher degree of creativity. The recruitment process for business is very expensive, and if employee turnover is high, it can really have a negative impact on profitability. The two biggest assets in most businesses are the customers and the team. By emphasising diversity and inclusion, employees feel respected and valued. Employees who feel that their voices are heard at work are much more likely to feel empowered to perform their best work and to say that they are proud to work for that company and are less likely to leave. If you are trying to attract new members, it is worth noting that an estimated 74% of millennials actively consider company policies on diversity, equality and inclusion during their job hunt, which is very important because millennials are now the largest generation in the workforce. I would say, to ensure that your business stays competitive, diversification and inclusion within your team should be very much on the agenda. FHM Accountants and FHM Business Coaching is a small business with offices in Gorey, County Wexford and Bray, County Wicklow. Although we are a small business, I genuinely believe that we have always had a very balanced and open approach to diversity and inclusion that is fair to everyone, and that we've always judged people purely on their performance and their actions and not on any preconceived perceptions. When I was younger, two people in particular, a former school teacher and a former employer, took me under their wing when others were not prepared to. They gave me a chance. Not only do I want to help others in a similar manner, but I get an enormous sense of pride when I do so. And I feel that as employers, we should be leading by example. But, as I said earlier, it's not just about doing the right thing. It's also really good for business. So it's a win-win. Or at least, it certainly has been for us over the years. To other employers who may be considering employing people with disabilities, but are unsure about how to make their organisation more accessible, I would say, maybe speak to your local employability office and invite them to your premises for a chat and assessment. If you have a candidate that you're considering offering a position to and they have a disability, have a chat with them about what practical changes may be required. We have a fantastic girl working with us who is due to sit her finals this year to become a fully qualified accountant. Before COVID, she went skydiving. She is also a wheelchair user and has been since birth. We were very lucky that our Gorey office is located on the ground floor of a large enterprise building which is wheelchair friendly, and we have plenty of space between desks in a large open plan office. One small change that we did have to make was that we no longer use the top drawers in our 4-drawer filing cabinets, and we got some new 2-drawer filing cabinets to hold those files instead. So a very small practical change to make those files accessible to a team member who is a wheelchair user. Cora is a great member of our team and has been a great addition to that team. The fact that she's a wheelchair user is not an issue. We have another team member that is very hard of hearing, but we just had to install an adapted phone handset for her, and again, she is a fantastic member of the team who we very much rely on. So all I would say to other employers is that for us, employing people with disabilities has never been a negative experience. In fact, Nothing could be further from the truth. Please give people a fair chance based on their experience and their qualifications. Pick the person who is best qualified for the position, and do not let the fact that someone has a disability count against them. Thank you for listening, and I hope that this short video is of some help to other small business owners.